Test. Good. Okay, we are live again. Okay. So we left off. I was working on the house model here. And at some point after I finished, I came up with well, I had some ideas to tweak it. So start off, I'm gonna switch this texture for the higher resolution version of it, the 64 by 64 version. And of course, I need to make some adjustments to not just the texture, but also the material. And finally, oops. Oh yeah, it's zoomed out. I can't do that. Okay. So I'm kind of just figuring this out as I go along, but I just realized that I kind of want the resolution of this wall texture to match like this. I want them to match each other, and I'm pretty sure that this is like a well, let me see. What's it down here? It's down here. I think it's a 32 by 32 texture right now. Yeah. So, but it's also like designed to tile once or like multiple times. Whereas, yeah, it's like the texture is designed to kind of, this is like one log width, whereas this texture is like, or not this one. This is like multiple logs of width. So I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of I don't want to shrink. I don't want to actually shrink this all that much. Sorry, I'm just trying to like think about how I'm gonna approach this. Should I have them match? No. Instead of having them match, I will make them different. We'll just do what I did before. Yeah, this is probably better. Or maybe I'll do that. Yeah, it's a good middle ground. And of course, I need to add some collision to this because on its own, it's just a bunch of textures, or it's just a bunch of meshes with textures applied to them. There's no, there's no collision. Need to add that in. Probably organize this a bit better too. It kind of just have like a list of parts. So yeah, I'll do that right now. Static body and collision shape. Cube. Let's push it down. Make the width same as the mesh. There we go. That's good. So that's it for the porch, and as for the siding, or the lower, call it the foundation. And let's do the same thing. Static body and collision shape cube. Not sure where the middle is. I'll figure it out. Oh, perfect. I got it just right somehow. Quite. Okay, let's take this. Let's take the porch and put it on. Let's add it to wood. And then let's put it on the footsteps layer. Where is it? Here it is. It's to exist on both layers. Okay, let's try it out and see if it works. Okay. It works. Now let's come up with some sort of actual shield for the player. So I'm not using like the default like a Godot icon and model. Hold on a second. Just to quickly check. No chatters. All right, I'll have to come up with it myself. But yeah. So right now I have two ideas for what the shield should be. So my first idea is like a. It's not really original. But it's like a garbage can lid, kind of like a makeshift shield. And the second one is like a just a bunch of planks that are like nailed together. It has to be something that's like really basic that or actually here's another idea. Something like a riot shield. Oh. Working still? I'm getting notifications that OBS is disconnecting. It looks fine to me. Yeah. There it is in the stream. That's weird. Okay, so in case you missed what I was saying, these guys are kind of like, well, I mean, they're basically Space Marine ripoffs. That the lore is that they used to be, um, yeah, they're humanity's finest soldiers. They're genetically modified. Um, yeah, and the remnants are like looking after what's left. I'm thinking one of like the items these guys would probably use is like a riot shield or something like that. I haven't really come up with a name for them. I originally had one. It's like Genome Soldier, but then I realized I think that name is like taken by Metal Gear Solid. I need to come up with some other name. But yeah, these guys would wield like guns, swords, shields, that kind of thing. So whatever kind of shield this guy would use, this guy would probably use. Then again, that might be overpowered for too early in the game, because these guys probably use like the finest weaponry. I don't want to give you access to that right in the beginning. My second idea is like the, it's like, well, actually no, my first idea was the second idea was the, so my first idea was like the garbage can lid. I have a feeling that's a little bit too makeshift. It's maybe like some sort of plank shield. My idea for the plank shield is that they're manufactured by these dudes. These are like natives to the planet, very primitive. But I'm not sure how he would acquire one exactly, because the idea is that this guy doesn't let you leave until you have like a sword and shield. You know, it basically serves the role as Mido from Ocarina of Time. He basically says, hit this switch to open the gate, go through, and you continue the game. So yeah, this area basically serves the same purpose as Kokiri Forest from Ocarina of Time. Yeah, you got like your combat training area, target dummy, little obstacle course thing. Let's move this guy thing up here, just to make it worth climbing up. Oh yeah, actually, I think this obstacle course is like outdated. I think I have like a new version of the mesh that I forgot that I haven't like imported yet. Maybe I'll do that like right now. Yeah, here's the updated version of the area. Just need to import it or copy it over. this. Oh. Oh, of course. Okay. Here's the new version of the obstacle course. A little bit different. I need to erase the old static body because it's the wrong colliders. How was I planning on having the player get up here? I forget. I had like some sort of plan in mind when I was modeling this out. Maybe it was a ladder? Maybe I was just thinking of like attaching a ladder to one of these. Then again, I feel like that would be a little bit too easy. None of these obstacles require jumping. Hmm. Maybe I'll go back to Blender and get that figured out. And maybe I'll come up with something a bit better. Oh yeah, I forgot I made the water look like that in the model, the modeling program. Definitely doesn't look like that in the game. Yeah, apparently I did that. I still have the old grass texture. Okay, let's get back to the job at hand. The task at hand. I think the player should be able to jump this gap. I'm like 95% sure. Or at the very least, he'll like be able to. Well, I'm sure he'll make it. He'll like jump, then probably do like a waist level climb animation. Maybe this. I think this is a little bit too easy. Just a bit too easy. Hmm. Maybe I can make this a little bit narrower. And then it becomes sort of like a game of tightrope almost, but not quite. Kind of want a little bit more verticality. Here's an idea. Let's move this over here. Oh yeah, I forgot I completely removed the bottom face of this mesh here. I think I did it to save polygons, but I mean realistically, you don't have to do that on modern computers because of how fast they are. But yeah, I did it anyways. So I'm thinking I'll move this up. I don't want it to float, so I'll add like some sort of stand thing. Something kind of like this. Now that I think about it, I might as well move this. No. This is meant to be the ladder tutorial. Maybe I can have this be the ladder tutorial. Oh, here's another idea. I move the player house down here somewhere, and then I move the obstacle course up here, and then I find an excuse for why this pathway is closed, and then I force the player to, which forces the player to do this block puzzle, and then climb this ladder, and then this ladder ends up being the ladder tutorial. We basically learn how to climb a ladder. You can't see the ladder right now because it's like the ladder mesh generates when the when you like run the game, and these blocks kind of represent the top and the bottom. Yeah, you can see it here. So, oh, and then I could use this as like a sort of moat where that punish where you like you fail a jump, you fall into the water, and that's like, kind of like your punishment for failing the jumping puzzle. So yeah, let's try that. Let's take all of these little bits down here. Actually, let's switch to object mode. Let's just grab the whole thing, move it up. Then again, I'll have to find an explanation for how this character got up here, because the idea is like he's a bit of an older guy and he's probably not gonna go through a whole obstacle course just to get at this radio tower. Oh, hey, what happened to the texture? What the heck? Huh? What happened? Hmm. That's weird. texture on this mesh is completely... It's right there. Ah. Oh, I think I have an idea what's going on. Oh, right. So you might not understand this when I explain it to you, but the shader that I'm using that is designed to like simulate the 3-point bilinear filtering that the GNOME 64 does. It has this weird issue that I don't know how to fix, where at like the 0, 0 point on in like the UV, it kind of it looks weird. There's like this weird no noise effect. So what I did to get around it is I kind of offset it by like 100 or 1,000 or something like that, so that you never see 0, 0, 0. But as like the byproduct of that is that I have to make it so that every texture uh has a high level is like, yeah, it has repeat enabled, and this one has it disabled. So if I enable it, there we go. Problem solved. There we go. Yeah, looks good. It's become it might not be that surprising, but I'm not very good at writing shaders. I actually like downloaded this shader from like the internet. I forget where it was. Oh, but I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that the source for the shader is like written in the shader as a comment. I can probably, you know what, I might as well show you. 3-point texture filtering, original author, Arthur Carvalho, GLSL implementation, Twin Effects, Mupin 64 Plus, Liberator project, ported to GODOT by ED 3800. Same license as Glides in 64 GPL v2. Edits by yours truly. Oh yeah. So I made it so that this is an edit that I made. I made it so that it is culled if it's too far away from the camera. It's probably not super necessary, but I kind of wanted to have like an object fade effect that is like separate from the draw distance. I thought it makes sense. I thought it made sense, so I did it. I think I made some other edits. Oh yeah, this is like this lets you input a value. There's some other shaders that are like basically variations of this with extra features. Oh yeah, I made like a cutout texture version. Actually, I think it's over here. Was this in the original? I don't remember if this was in the original or if it's an edit that I made. I thought that I thought that all of the edits I had comments to indicate that they were my personalizations or personal touches. I could be mistaken. So yeah, the original like thing had that like a bug that I didn't know how to deal with. So I just worked around it. Oh, I think this is yes, this is another edit that I made. This is that hacky texture thing that I... Let me see if I can demonstrate the problem by zeroing it out. See if I can show you the issue that I made the fix for. I'm sure there's an instance of it somewhere. No, no, I'm letting myself get sidetracked. I shouldn't do this. Yeah, let's just put it back. And now it's gonna compile the shaders. All right. Okay, let's get back to editing this thing. Okay. Now, how do I explain why this block of wood is suspended off the ground? What kind of support do I add to it? How deep is this water? Pretty deep. This is kind of bopping me. I'm going to make it look a bit more like actual water. Why did I even make it look like that anyways? It's kind of weird. Blue. Oh, weird. It's not applying transparency. Weird. I don't know why that is. Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Something weird's going on with the with like the grid snapping in Blender. It's like going in completely the wrong spot. I have no idea why. happening again. It's not following my mouse. It's like going way up into the sky and then way into the ground. Well, I'm holding control right now. Yep. It's being weird. I always thought I was supposed to. I always thought that like holding control is supposed to make it snap to a grid, but it's not doing that. So now I have to manually type in these values. -2. The player climbs up here, crosses this bridge, jumps across, jumps up, and then can I append that radio tower? Well, I can, but I'm in object mode, so I can't do it from there. And I think it was called radio tower. Here it is. Oh no, wait, it has that animated bit on top of it. And I feel like if I was to import it into here, it would make animating that thing a bit more complicated. So I'll just leave it like this. And then I'll add the animation bit afterwards. Then again, that begs the question, why is there a radio tower in the middle of this pond? Why not put it on land? The original spot probably made more sense in terms of lore, but trying to figure out good. I'm trying to approach this from like a both a gameplay perspective and also a lore perspective, like at the same time. Yeah, it's just harder than I thought to come up with reasons for things. Maybe I'll just leave. Yeah, maybe I'll leave the radio tower in this spot, and I'll put some other kind of tower over here. It's, I don't want to break the lore, like reason for the radio tower. And again, in the lore, it would also make more sense to have the radio tower up here, but this is out of the map. Well, I could say that it's too. Here's an explanation. I could say that this terrain is too rocky for that. And we got that weird water thing that I had going before that I don't know why I did. So let's do what I did before and move this stuff up there. I think I'm going to move the player house over here. They'll have like this whole obstacle course area over here. Maybe I'll put like a fence over here, force the player to go like go through the obstacle course. Uh, then what? Maybe I won't force the player to use the obstacle course, but I'm doing a lot of brainstorming right now. Then you could have some sort of tower with like a prize on the top. Maybe that'll be where I put the weapon, the knife. Or maybe the shield. Man, this is hard. Thinking about what kind of items should be in like a sci-fi Zelda game. Ugh. These corners like actually on the ground, so they're not hovering. I'm gonna test this jumping puzzle in the game. Move it elsewhere, like this. Player home and move it down here. I think it's a good spot. It's more cozy. Then again, the actual building might be a little bit too big. Yeah. Or maybe the size is just perfect. It's just right. Shift it over just a little bit. So that you can't get behind this way, but you can get behind this way. And then I could put like a treasure chest over here. Eh? Eh? Sounds like a good idea, huh? Like the way I see it, the more hidden spots you can put in a map, better, because you can like put stuff there. Right? Yeah, I think that makes sense. We're gonna have to move some things around, but I want to at least try the jumping puzzle out. Hmm. Okay. Almost forget. I didn't almost forget. I did forget to make it climbable. Oops. This is what I'm curious about. Okay. Yeah. I thought those were too narrow. Or at the very least, these two should be bridged together at the top. Somehow. Maybe like that. I'll fix the UV problems like tomorrow, because I'm running out of time right now. I don't want to stream for too long. UVs are looking funny, but like I said, I'll fix them later. Because right now I feel like being lazy and not doing that. Okay, let's give the stack. Let's give the good old honest try. I think it'll probably be better this time. All right. After this, I'm quitting the stream. Oh, right. Okay. After this, I'm quitting the stream. Almost jumped a little bit too far there. Move that last one a little bit further away. All right. Okay. Okay. All right then. That is enough for today. I will see you next time.